Grand Rising, everyone. It's Shay Seeking. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, so today, after some strange encounters, which I mentioned in a past video, today I'm just sitting back here reflecting on things, trying to separate all the fact from the fiction. I'm really looking at my, the only proof that I have is these ridiculous accusations from what seems to be and it's just gonna be a freestyle. Maybe I could or should have wrote it down, but I'm just gonna freestyle it because this is just, I don't know, it's weighing on me. I know that there's a select individuals that are watching and have been paying attention to this, but again, most of them don't want to see me succeed in whatever this is I'm moving towards. This is the story of someone who is just realizing how close they really are with a God or God. But it hasn't been the best, being loyal and a loyal servant, okay, when it comes to the word. It's a little hurtful in a sense, right? But we're in 2022, you know what I'm saying? And things just are starting to add up to what they seem to be. Like not knowing thyself to that. Okay. We're just going to talk about it like this. This is a story, what I feel. We're talking about a woman that's waking up to the fact that has already blown the whistle on certain things when it comes to FBI, CIA, secret things. This is somebody that knows the secrets of God, okay? This one that blew the horn, right? That breath or whatever that I feel has something to do with taking down certain things. The messenger that brought forth this information that people may have felt attacked, but I was geared to do this by a higher power. It's almost like a used and abused sense of feminine energies that have come throughout my lineage. I feel like that's what this is. I'm walking with 1,000 ancestors behind me, most of them women with a womb. It's a story that I can't even put it all together because I'm just waking up to the capacity of what the fuck this is. It's almost like somebody opened up a door, right, for me to be able to see my own memories, my own story. Right at the time where they feel like they defeated and depleted or raped and pillaged me to there was no more. This is what you call me being able to read energy, me dealing with the higher, because this person won't open up with their narcissistic, maybe the closest person to me, the husband or soulmate, won't open up to me. So I've been dealing with the higher essence of his self because this is a gift that I have. It kind of creates a split or dual or parallel universe for me. But I feel like this has been opened up from some type of higher power. So you would have to be, again, if you're not well versed in ancient history of Anunnaki and, all of these other things that I've studied for the past 12 years, and being able to correlate with that with the biblical text and all these other, the Nag Hammadi and all these other texts, right? You're not going to probably see it the way I see it. But I feel like there's people above that definitely, these are the people that are watching, more than likely. They definitely know what it is because that's who they or we are. So I feel like this is a story of me, okay, being somewhat of a star child, boy or girl, that was not didn't fall from heaven for any reasons, but I grew up an earth angel, okay? All right? Just now waking up to these gifts and being able to really hone in on them and use them. And I guess this was something, a gift from the gods or a gift from the ancestors in order to prepare me for whatever this is that people would look at as a possible defeat. It's like I was never supposed, like I was placed here. I was never, so even that scripture that I was reading last night about not of this world, I don't feel like I was ever supposed to be a commoner, peasant, or servant. I feel like, again, we already broke down what the true heavens is when it comes to this governing force here on this plane. They feel like they are the say-so. That's because God has maybe been asleep for a while. And the Lord God has been operating mostly, right? Because we know that that book is about colonization, right? Old world, Old Testament, New World, New Testament. But this is something that's very, I don't even know, galactic. So I'm just going to, again, this is just alleged. We're just going to speak something here. I'm saying, what if? Okay. Because this made me think about the binding that was done to Diana in Discovery of Witches. That her parents were the ones that put that binding ritual. And there's all these flashbacks of something happening to me in a dark room. All these familiar faces. It's almost like there was a pause in time. Because even mainly in the tarot community, there's all of these people, especially women, that I've come across in my life that I'm noticing. Now, the tarot readers, they don't always show their face. But when I do get a glimpse of some of these feminine faces, these are women that I have seen either in visions, or some of these, at least 10 of these women, I have either seen them in visions or they look like total doppelgangers of other women that I have come across in my life. Whether they had a great impact and really a great impact in a loving way with me, girlfriends of my father, whatever kind of relationship they had with me, whether it was a negative or a positive. It's like these people, including government, have been following me around since birth. Like they knew who I was before I even came out of the womb. So these people at the top in exalted positions don't want this because it means change. For their ways that they do behind the scenes. These ways that have left women with the womb out of the equation for a very long time. The ancestors and those from the other side have been pushing me, exalting me, lifting me up. A higher source has been connecting with me, helping me. These people on the physical plane, it's like problem, reaction, solution. They cause the problem, they act like they have the, they react to it and then act like they have the solution. But they never assist. See, because they know I see the world in a different way. They know I see them for what they are, who they are. But they have, with mass media, which is sorcery, they've been able to create a certain narrative. If things don't fit that narrative, then it's shut down. They try to humiliate you or something of that nature. If you've been walking with me on my platform, you know what I'm all about, and I change if not. I feel like these are the type of people that if they can't find something on you, okay, even though they've been, I feel like this has been a sabotage since a young age, since about 14 years old. They were set out to sabotage because they knew what I was going to be. It's almost like there was some kind of time traveling energy that was saying that Martin Luther King's daughter was going to be president one day in 2030. I don't know, it was something like that. But we also have to look at these entities as Godheads at some point, or Christ or Jesus energy, that when they go to the other side, they can also begat you or to guide you. See, because these could be ancestors throughout your bloodline and things like that you do. So when you're tapping into your Akashic, you're tapping into energy with these particular people directly. And I feel like these people felt threatened because of my views, or me, and it's not even my views, me exposing transgender, okay, androgynous energy or transgender energy, excuse me, energy when it comes to it being something that was being hidden as to how far this goes back and how much of a effect it has on humanity as a whole. Okay, it's almost like God being pissed off at idol worship, because God is a woman. And this woman, let's imagine this woman wakes up one day and she notices that women are being disregarded and transgender women are being applauded. So much so that people are trying to make it hard to, or they're trying to indoctrinate children into this measure here, and basically make it so that anything you say about this agenda, because I don't never talk about the people, I have nothing against these people. My thing is the agenda, the narrative that's being pushed, and what is that doing to women that think that they're looking up to women. And we have to look at it as it's a man's world, but how far does that go? See what I'm saying here? We were all up in arms about this whole thing not so long ago, about how it was being pushed, not about the people and what their private, what people do behind closed doors, that's their business. What they have between their legs, that's their business. But when a narrative is being pushed that disregards the womb, I feel like that's when a protective defensive energy of Sekhmet shows up. Because I cannot compare to someone. A woman could not compare to a transgender now woman. A woman cannot compare to a gay man. Do you see what I'm saying? So if the whole narrative that is being pushed amongst the world, or this agenda, is to exalt that way of life, that is a red flag for me, seeing the effect that it has on women that are most likely left holding the bag and having the children. Because we have to go back to the root of things to see where this started, the dismantling of the family. It's just, I focus more on that higher up. I'll focus more on the root of things, and then, like, how did we get here? Let's go back to the root. Because and this is the thing, I see that a lot of these women that they tried to put me in competition with may not be women at all. It's the same thing with the sports that they're saying now. It's not fair they're saying that it's not fair for these particular people to perform or to compete with women. But what I'm saying is it's already been being done. This is things that we already exposed on this channel. This is nothing new. This is them reintroducing it to the world as if that's what it is, but it's still more of that. and less of really dealing with real women. So there's not a real voice for women in these particular positions, and these men that hold these positions would prefer or rather something else other than a woman with a womb. Do you see what I'm saying here? That's a problem. And if they can't be honest about this and say this to a woman, do you see what I'm saying? Then how are you going to be rulers of a free fucking world? Because as soon as somebody challenges them or asks them, or why is this like that? There's all these other reasons when I can see clearly what it is. So they pick the wrong motherfucker. It brings me back to this meme that I shared yesterday. And it made me, it really resonated. It really resonated because this is what they would like to deal with you in the dark, but who they're exalting and who they walk the red carpet with, or who they fucking walk when it comes to the political arena and things like this. We wonder why there's not a real voice for women. That's who has been exalted above God, something in the likeness of that's not God. This Queen of Swords, the whole thing is here. The Queen of Swords is sitting over here to the side. So that makes an angry so-called woman. Somebody that's crazy, somebody that's making up stuff so that they can disregard what I'm saying, when they, a wounded warrior even, so they can disregard what the fuck I'm saying, right? Like people been brainwashed and don't realize what whistleblowers and what people have been already speaking about for a very long time here. What has been exposed here. This leads to a nation of men that feel like they can do anything to women. Okay, they can act like they want to help you, but they're there to harm you. They can act like they're offering you some kind of advice or something, but the cup that they're giving you is tainted. In all actuality, this could be men setting women up to be, you know, exposed in their home and then maybe drugged and taken advantage of for their inheritance, their trust, things like this. This is the kind of things that, again, source is showing me and the answers are showing me has happened over time and is happening now. So the woman, if you went back to that Sarah Bartman video, the woman is the one that's bare and naked and exposed and ridiculed and laughed at and things like this behind the scenes. These powerful men, or these men in general, right? Both naked, and you're supposed to be naked and afraid and exposed here. While they take, like that video that we had done, some kind of measuring device and stand right in front of you and produce something in the likeness of you, right? Maybe even take a rib out of your DNA, meaning somebody from your DNA, and turn them into what? And that's what I'm saying. It's always been like, why not? You know, I was just sitting here thinking like, okay, it seemed like everybody else moving on this journey. Why not me? But I could tell these women weren't the same as me. That's why it was so unfair. Again, even when it comes to things that a man is going to know how to please a man in a different way because he is a man. You know, it's just things like this that's just, you know, so it's even to take the, I was thinking about Inanna, right? This is going to be kind of all over the place, y'all. You just got to pick up the piece, put it together. This is almost like Inanna. Last night, I don't know why, when I was falling asleep, I kept saying Inanna, Ilnana. Right? So this is that energy of that Ilnana, that secret weapon, that secret healing device that these masculines maybe have been going to over time, right? The mammy energy, the one that was bearing all the children, but the one that was sitting next to them and went to the parties and did all these other things, they were barren. The women were, the children were being born through the empress or the mammy. I mean, if we want to go, you could either look at it at a higher level, that was the empress. She was the one that healed him. She was the one that did, you know what I'm saying? He went to for that comfort. She was the one. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. That's just an offensive term. But if we look at it today, it's the same thing. The Empress is that energy. But when you abuse that for so long, that's what I'm saying about that energy of that God in me or that goddess in me waking up and saying, hold the fuck on. That's okay if somebody prefers that. That's not my problem. But what you're not going to do is disregard this. The wife of God is going to know the secrets of God and what goes on in the ɡoverning or government. All of these industries. I think that there's some masculines actually that are not down with that. But those are the ones that are treated some kind of way unfairly as well. And sent packing if they don't agree. But I'm a different type of motherfucker. It's almost like ain't nobody gonna stand up to God when she see that. Let's say that this is an energy of these, because I know that there's different gods in the Bible. It says it in the Bible. So this is like a woman waking up and realizing what's happening to her children, Mother Earth. And she's the only one, or that Ruach, or that Holy Spirit. She's the only one that can face God and say, hold the fuck on. These is my babies. You see what I'm saying? It's that kind of energy here. She's willing to, she's the only one can talk to God that way or challenge God in that sense. But God also forgets that she is a part of him. When he's harming her, after she wake up and realize who the fuck she is, when you continue to harm her, you're going to harm your motherfucking self. It's not going to be able to be the same. It's like cancel culture. I'm saying I don't have a problem with people being transgender. I love all people. I have never treated anyone different because of their sexual preference or the way they look or anything. There is a bigger agenda here, and there is a certain narrative, like I said, and I feel like it came with this empowering of women, with us going within. So this whole twin flame journey and shit like that was able to bring these masculines in that most likely are never going to show up. It was all an illusion, right? And it was something to distract you or try to tear you down. So they picked the top pick of the litter of us that are the whole package and gave you a promise, right? They knew that it was talking about one particular couple here, okay? That's what, let's let that be known. But to give somebody a promise and then tear you down by leaving you, and the whole thing about it is, you don't never just think that the person left because they was not happy with you. Most times it's with the tarot community and shit like that, they want you to feel like you wasn't good enough. You see what I'm saying? So this is something bigger. I like to look at the bigger fucking picture. This is about women are being too lofty, right? And there's other pleasures, I'm sure, that come with being, with men or something like this. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure there's something different, there's something that a woman can't do. I mean, but, could this be something that would make somebody turn even on a woman that have it all? And it's just to make you think like, oh yeah, you thought it was the best and you thought you was the best, but no, it still is. You see what I'm saying? If you give a real man, and the thing about this is also what I feel like what's going on with this energy, this whole energy as a whole, is these masculines or these energies use sorcery and use binding and paperwork and stuff like this and documents in order to keep that feminine stuck so that she can't even move on. Do you see? So it's bigger than that, because this is, This is most likely people that are thinking with something else that's on their body other than their heart or their mind. And a lot of times they end up going into these situations with these type of people. It's toxic, right? And then they want to come back to you all broken up and broke, and then want you to be a fucking cleanup woman. When you didn't had an opportunity where you could have stepped off with something and did something else. And again, not to find out that these other, they may not be the same way, but damn. At least you just probably just don't like women. Like you like a woman, but you don't want to see her in a position of power. You see what I'm saying? This could also be a part of this. So they all rally up together. So it's almost like creating that this is a man's world sense, but it wasn't always that way. And some of these women have come for payback, and they want to bring a man to his knees. Okay. And they want to breadcrumb you. But this particular masculine or these masculines was sent somebody that didn't think that way. It wasn't about payback. That was forgiving and still, you know what I'm saying, willing to work with or nurture when, I mean, these other women, oh, it's like that don't want no scrub or you can't raise a man. They be so quick to give up. And you had a motherfucker like me. See, because this also forces people that would rather see a woman. Now, I saw a man on the news, and I was very proud of what he was saying about how this silences, this disregards women if it gets too far, if it goes too far, because these people are these groups are powerful. I feel like there's some kind of group or something like this that took offense to what I said, and I feel like there's a heavy presence of secret groups that prefer that way, possibly, that are a part of this attack that's happened. It's not just on the government level. It's on those particular types of groups as well, okay? And using mass media and using all the social media and everything to turn even family and friends against certain feminine energies that came here to reign or rule. But I feel like all the masculines that were dealing with me ended up dealing with these other types of women, whether they just have that attitude or whether they got fooled and they're not who they thought they was or what they thought they was. The dry desert or the bottom of the barrel always being dry. And that's why they hate on the Empress. That's why they watch the Empress, the Queen of Cups energy. Try to torture her because they standing next to the man with power. So it's almost like even like Anne Boylan the other day smacking the hell out of that girl because her man was looking at her. It's almost like, you know, in the slave quarters, the woman, it was something else. It wasn't because she was black. It wasn't because it was something more. It was a deeper hatred. So this even at the same time, they can't cake and eat it too, right? They couldn't let go of either or. But that woman had power and influence, and she could exploit or do things like this, or try to, you know, call him a tree hugger or a you know what lover or something like this, and that may have his homies and shit looking, because it's nothing personal. This is business for these people. It's a narcissistic. This builds narcissistic men as well, and women. We're just talking here today. I don't even know which way we're going with this. I'm just gonna be talking. It's discrimination, low key. It's very surgical. It's very silent. It's very quiet. And it's also good to keep these people that are coming for this change isolated and cut off as the scapegoat, the cash cow, or the black sheep. Because I'm telling you, this has been a slow transitioning as a whole. I feel like the energy that source is showing me is that there's men that would never have been that way. Or slowly something in them changed where they may be now. People that you never suspected, right? And for me, it's all love. is when I feel like that narrative is coming and I see that it's tearing down another group of people. No group of people should have that much power over another group of people because they don't. And it's not that they don't even agree with what they do. I don't agree with it with children. I'm just going to say that right now. That shit is illegal. It should be against the fucking law for somebody to be talking about giving any kind of changing alteration thing to some kind of children before they even our brains ain't even developed until the age of 20 something. All right. So to have that be a choice that a child can make and then a parent get in trouble because they don't agree with that, that's ridiculous. To even let children be able to, because some of this shit is things that cannot be changed back once they get these procedures. They're not telling you about the rate of people that get these procedures and then commit suicide because they didn't want to, but it's trending now. It's trending. So we have to be very careful when it comes to things like that. It can lead to a very sick society here. That's almost a very dangerous trend, like some of them silly, trends that they had a long time ago about, the ice bucket, all these challenges and stuff that people were doing. It seems like this trend is the latest and greatest, especially cancel culture when it comes to people that are speaking something different than what the narrative is, or people that want to add or change something when it comes to the dynamics of history or archaeology. Cancel culture. Natural healers. Cancel culture is dead. Real women that possess the real power, they send these other individuals in your likeness, right? And in my case, I think it really doesn't have to do. In this case, I don't think it has to do with that. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't think it has to do with this person preferring that. Okay? There's other people that are higher up. Do you see what I'm saying? There's some of these masculines that don't prefer that, but there's people that higher up over them that have more money and more power. Do you see what I'm saying? That can force the narrative or they don't exist. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why somebody had to be raised from the bottom. That's why you have a heavenly being here at the bottom that has been learning lessons from a young age all their life, walking with God in order to come up in this motherfucker at this time and rearrange some shit. That's what has some of us targeted. So we can't just sit there and say, oh, if you God's child, that's why you targeted. We have to go deeper than that. We got to go ahead and talk about we got to get to the root of it. It's almost like this sense of, even what I'm hearing they're saying is like this, either stripped naked, right, publicly, or you can't proceed. Do you see what I'm saying? And if you don't want to do that, we know you're going to proceed, because this is, I saw some title today that said a genie in a bottle that they can't put back. You're damn right. And, it's like, if you don't, then let's get to the thing. All right. If you don't, is there a way where they could possibly pay off people in your family that's closest to you that you trusted? Right? In order to, with these weapons, with these tools or whatever that were left behind. In these list of names of people they shouldn't or possibly should target. You can touch all the trees except that one. The Lord God, right? The landlord, the overseer right now, the president. You can touch all of them but that one. So what that mean? What are the people going to do? What, as children, what are they going to do? So basically, what the fuck? And that's why they're so slow with moving when it comes to Israel or the Americans left behind the lines or Crimea or fucking, do you see what I'm saying? It's time. Allotted time for them to get up the materials, or because I'm feeling like I'm hearing somebody saying 10 bodies or something. It was some kind of, but it's making me think that is somebody. Am I in a home with somebody that's the enemy? I can't, and it's just a thing where I can't even fathom it, right? Because I feel like it's all these people must have this evidence and they're looking and laughing and everything. Oh, your relationship wasn't that perfect. Oh, that's supposed to hurt me too and make me feel bad, right? You don't even know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Because this is how good, I mean, this motherfucker would have to be the narcissist. You see what I'm saying? For me not to realize this. But there are things when people have fake deaths or people have been, I feel like that when it comes to these spies and stuff like this, and when it comes to science and doppelganger or clone energy, I do think that some people have been taken out and some people have been put in. But this, I feel like whatever they did here, this is something for the books. This is something from the books. That's why somebody keep coming in and deleting that picture with the pictures of these people. Because you can clearly see from them fucking pictures that what I'm saying is what the fuck I'm saying. And they're giving these people the driver's license to do so. Cyber license to do so. Oh, someone's calling me that haven't been calling me. They must know. You see what I'm saying? Because I feel like whatever this is, they setting up a whole nother life again, that they feel like they're going to leave me in the dust. But the whole wrong thing is, you're not the one. I'm the fucking one. I know what y'all did. I know what the fuck they doing. I know what they're doing. With no communication and these people not being able to face me, they'll call it self-sabotage. See, you had it, but no, I didn't. You never communicated nothing to me. You never communicated no guidelines with me. And motherfucker, I don't work for you. You motherfuckers work for me. That's how this gonna work. That's how this gonna work. So the ill treatment of these evil women that are trying to compete where they don't compare. Because this is cake and eat it too fucking energy. Why did kings have a queen that most of the time they argue with and treat it like shit? And then they had all these women in these brothels or these mistresses that they went to go. It's that energy. It's making me think even that 6 energy, that 6 God energy. Matter of fact, this make me think about that energy as a protector of the womb. Why I feel this may be the energy that's targeted, have been targeted, or have been gotten rid of or replaced. It was something funny that Trump said the other day about Putin or something. He don't even look the same. That's not the same person. He not the same. He don't even look the same. You see what I'm saying here? Because low key, I can see this is the thing. I see Putin, but I also see what's behind the veil. So I feel like I know who's representing Putin, and I know who. You see what I'm saying? I can read their energies together. Or either they tried to have this person broken, left out in the cold, like they trying to do me. Because they didn't want that connection to happen. They wanted to make somebody in the likeness of God. To possibly, you know. See, these are the people that promise change, but it don't come. They promise change like Obama for so-called black people, but it didn't come. But let's see what did change. Let's see what did change. So I feel like part of this is retaliation from Because I was wondering. I said, you forgot one thing. You might have said something about the family members of some of these divine masculines. Let's think about this for a minute. But maybe I came even to school them. See, because you can't have two gods with a little g. You're going to hate one and love the other. You get what I'm saying? Have your cake and eat it too. I don't know why I'm hearing turned out. Now, this could be financial turn out, or this could be turning out because, again, these other three feminine energies are fucking questionable to me. Because I'm about a fucking professional at pointing shit out. So then, if one of these gods, which are all of my motherfucking sons, one of these gods, I don't think it's all of them. I think there's one that's a shadow energy or behind the scenes. I don't even think I'm dealing directly with this energy. I just sense him hovering. I sense him hovering. And I see the other gods, the ones that I even deal with, or the other energies, or the pharaohs or whatever. They know that he is the top dog. But it's almost, they're that barrier between me and this fucking energy. To subdue or tame me. And some of them like, mama, I'm trying to, come on now. And then, you see what I'm saying? Or just shut up. You see, but that's that fearless energy where I don't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I want God to come then and speak to me. Because this is bigger than me. I am a defender of children. And even when I'm talking about children, I'm talking about the spiritual essence of those of us that have been just waking up to who we are, or just coming into whatever this ascension would be. Those of us that are just now, rising or waking up from the dead or whatever it is. Okay. Those are still children. That's still, when we're talking about this education stuff they be talking about in the media all day lately, or for the past couple months, that's talking about those of us. You might be 50, but you're really 20. You see what I'm saying? You might be this age, but you're really, these are the ones that are coming into this type of growth or this awakening to take certain positions in the kingdom. The one that's going to be heavily targeted in what I feel is that Empress energy, though. Matter of fact, because she knows the secret, so they want to get her before she gets them. So everything she do, they see it as a retaliation or a threat or an act of war or of what do you call it? Domestic terrorism. But the thing is, with me, I'm the type of motherfucker. You know what? In my situation, because of this investigation that I'm doing, I feel now I can't even look at certain motherfuckers no more. But I'm not messy. This is a mama also, a mothering energy saying, what son, what husband, speak up. Be a man the fuck about it. Say what it is. Do you see what I'm saying? So when we talk about these replicas or this energy, how many times, because I hear the cries even through the lyrics, through the fucking text, through books, stories, all of it. Now I see. Now I see why people went in one way and came out being different or looking fucking different. That's not happening with me. I change it fucking not. And I'm still gonna get to the motherfucking top. So it's that energy where this is over for them. It's nothing personal. And it ain't about revenge. It's about bringing order to the fucking court. Because of all this secret shit that's going, how can you even respect? I can't even respect you. If you can't talk to me straight, and if you a senator or something, and you talking in code and shit on the media or whatever you got coming to me ain't even correct, how the fuck you how you gonna try to order how I'm gonna respond to you? You're not even coming correct. I'm not acknowledging. That's why I say it's hard to get people to communicate. No, motherfucker, come to me straight or don't come to me at all. Matter of fact, don't come for me unless I fucking call for you. So it's that energy here. I didn't come here to play no games. It ain't gonna be about race for me. I'm not sticking up for one race or another. It's about the people and the children and the people without a voice. Men, women, transgender, whoever. They have all been affected. Rich, poor, they have all been affected by this type of agenda, this narrative that's being fucking pushed. So again, the Queen of Cups energy. This is also energy, like I said, because the mammies or whatever, the empresses, would have been looked at as someone who would, you know what, why is that making me think that? Okay, yeah. Okay, so like what I was saying about the whole energy of somebody coming in on somebody. Okay, I'm trying to save that for a minute. Okay, I'm trying to save that for later, but something telling me. Because I feel like there's this energy though now, like, okay, so like say on like a movie or whatever about slavery, okay? And there's like these parties that they would have, and they would allow their friends to come in and go in on their women, or, their chattel or cattle. And it's funny because Biden was caught saying something about, yeah, it'll let you know when to sell your cattle. I think it was, who was it? Oh, on Fox. It was a clip from Fox News last night, a live that I was watching, I think, with Hannity. And it was showing some bloopers of what Biden was saying, okay? So it's like, if you can't control it, then sell it. But they can't buy or sell me. That's the thing. But can they invade me? Can they pay somebody to have somebody drug me and have somebody come in my house in the middle of the night and then record it and then sit there and say that there was something that I did? Is that why one of those readers said the other day that somebody got caught having sex with a dead body? And I was like, oh my goodness, that's just like... But then it also brought me to the fact of being on Facebook and seeing these women that are being very over-sexualized on here. And this is something new that I'm noticing here. And there was one incident where I seen where a woman looked like she was asleep. Right? And I deleted this person or whatever. But she looked like she was asleep. Even with her makeup still on, but she looked like she was asleep. And somebody was doing something to her. And I think the ancestors got kind of pissed off at me because I seen that and I didn't speak on that. But it bothered me. It was about a week ago. And it bothered me. Because I know what, it's almost like me second guessing my gifts because people are trying to, they're trying to create something where they're trying to put me in some institution or something, or say, oh, do you need help maybe? No, motherfucker, you gonna need some. You try to put your hands on me or lock me up some fucking where, you gonna need some. So there's this narrative because I am a defender of children, so why not be a main defender of my own children? I'm watching shit going on here too. Certain slight behaviors I'm seeing in a child that have not been exposed to no real stuff like that. You start, and I'm pretty sure other people are witnessing this. We're little girls, and I'm telling you, it has to do with this Moorish Muslim shit. I'm telling you now, the jinn energy, we're dealing with possession, we're dealing with other shit here. We're dealing with night things that go bump in the night. Now, this is not for every family. The ones that are going to be being defiled like this are ones that are supposed to not stop here, but go on to do something greater. They're hunting you down and trying to pin something on. If they cannot find something, they will try and do so. And if they can't, so it brought me back to even talking about that. Matter of fact, hold on, we got the moon here. New York. Because I feel like this energy was behind the abuse that happened with my child around the time when Como and them was getting caught up in New York, with the court system allowing some bogus ass shit with a supposed father of a child in a visitation that went very fucking wrong. To the fact that a motherfucker, they preferably have not showed up again after that one visit. And it's probably best that the motherfucker don't. These people have been trying to ruin and wipe out a bloodline or tarnish the image of a bloodline. It happens to be this one, because these are people that stole shit, rewrote things. Matter of fact, the scripture was telling me that these people have also, that even that part about you are not of this world, right? Making it seem like you're not indigenous or you're not here, because this is what they've been trying to push, right? But no, it's I'm a fucking star. That's the star card that been placed here from the fucking heavens, right? So it's even making me think about lyrics that say you must have came from heaven, or I felt like I just fell out of heaven, because that is what the energy is that was brought here to live a certain life, to see certain things, and then to come and rise up out of the fucking ashes as the real phoenix that won't be turned into a fucking wax figure or plaster figure in one of these damn buildings, but is going to go ahead and succeed with what the fuck was. Because the same time they think they've been watching me with these Queen of Cups lying and doing jealous and shit like this, these bitches that they fucking with, the same in supplying and paying their rent and shit, the same. They think that they was watching on computers and devices. Somebody else and something else was watching your motherfucking ass. All these secret meetings, all this stuff they doing behind the scenes. I'm telling you, I get my shit directly from the fucking ether. Me engaging in other people's energy or information is just confirmation. So it made me think about some of the stuff that was happening in the industry, because again, I feel like there's this whole X energy here, okay? And I can't figure it out. There's just one that I can't figure it out. It's something that makes me, like, I could talk about, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I can, but it's just something about his energy. It's like, that's the in-between, that's somebody that's in between. So I can't really tell. I can't really tell what he's saying to me, but it made me think about back in the day when we were doing so-called conspiracy theory things and people was talking about, I noticed that there was now all this is alleged, right? So I noticed that in my feed, I haven't seen anything about what's this? Oh, about I'll just say Sean in a long time. Okay. We using first name basis. That's probably what they've been worried about. Okay. So I noticed that there was something that popped up in my feed, and I said, damn, I ain't seen, why is this here? I ain't even seen this person in a long time. It's like a hustle and like a, somebody putting a whip, right? A fiery sword or something, right? Put in the garden or what. You see what I'm saying? Look at what I'm saying here. Because somebody was even doing a video and said this person looked like the mean auntie that just be like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like this energy was coming in before, and I just didn't want to allow it because I had not been, look, because I talk about, I have not been entertaining any of these energies, but one at a time, okay? Between the two wands, okay? Or the two batons, okay? The two trees that, and I feel like that's the Astarte, a star energy. Even Esther, it's even making me think about that. But again, this is two different energies. And her two husbands, or these women were supposed to be engaging with these masculines. It made me think about some things about that person showing up lately, and me feeling like I've been left out in the cold by a masculine. Okay. Almost like, okay, I can't sell you, I can give you away, or I'm gonna put you back in the pit, right? But you can't do that, because I know who the fuck I am, and I know what position I play. And so it's that energy of get behind me, Satan. And it says, what did it say in this post? I'm gonna have to go back to it, because it said go back and serve. It was almost like somebody saying, yeah, where was you at with these whatever 40 years? Go back and serve that person. You can go back and serve him. See, and this made me think, who the fuck is him? But are we talking? It's just making me think about videos that I've done exposing certain things and who these people are and why the hovering energy. But I didn't judge them. I didn't look at them no way when I started to see these energies for who they were. I wasn't judging. But I forgot that some people do. Just because somebody, you know what I'm saying, is in a certain position, don't mean that they don't have their ways. All right? So I noticed that back in the time we were able to talk about these things, it was some stuff about the industry and people being drugged possibly, and people waking up with their backside hurting, people waking up, you know, and people using these things like, hey, you know, with this deal, you see, because there's somebody else was talking about deals and stuff like this Megan Thee Stallion energy. And they were saying, but it's a contract. But who's been signing contract? So that energy of X doing that video, it was a video that he did with just some eyes open. And it was a black screen. And my daughter has been saying, this person wanted to influence all these millions of children. Okay? He found the wrong motherfucker, the right person to handle it then. Right? Because those eyes looking in the dark, footsteps in the dark, it's just letting me know. It's just letting me know. We're going to be opening up to what the fuck is being done. We already have been. Y'all on here, we're going to be able to see it on a different level. Shit, if this ain't the last video. All right. So again, it made me think about industry wrecking. And the whole thing with blackmail, right? Or just like the fact that I know that people have been using my image and getting rich off of it, while watching me struggle, and some of these motherfuckers could just not even be into that type of energy with the trans energy, but they just greedy, narcissistic, fucked up ass individuals. That because I have love for them, I couldn't read them properly. That because the ancestors sent them, I've trusted this energy. But again, I told you, it's been bothering me about looking at that world card and seeing that one of them batons was dirty. So this is the road to the White House for me. Was supposed to be. But they think that they're going to halt that or end that, right? They can't subdue me or change me or do this or shut me up or do this or do that. So what else can we do? I told you the worst thing to do to a woman is that. But what if it's something that has been done to you that you're not even aware of? In your senses, because you are an empath and a seer and an oracle, you know something's going on a global scale. This could also lead, there's a lot of talk about somebody pregnant. So this could leave women in a situation, with that scripture that we're reading, that they can tend to it for these amount of years, but they have to leave it for a year. Well, hell, if I leave this place, what's to say when I go to my next place or wherever the fuck else I go? You know, that's why the whole shit got to end here. That I'm not going to be a victim to this. It's not going to be easier for them to target me because I'm not around somebody else. So I'd rather keep my fucking enemy close right now, if that's the case, until I get some real information to tell me otherwise. But these people, again, in society, I'm calling them the Z people or zombies that are working together. They only got their mind fixed on money and power and greed and all this shit and jealousy. These motherfuckers that'll do it for a Gucci belt. But I keep wondering why it ain't been done. You see what I'm saying? Tapping into who the fuck I am. Some of these masculines, if you listen to lyrics and shit, sometimes I'm saying, Past, present, and future is what we talk about here, because I collect them all and use them in order to free the people eventually. Makes you think about times in your life when you slept too much or you woke up feeling like this and that. And who the fuck was in the house with you? Shit missing from your house. And it's only 2 of you there. What happened? I told you, most of the attacks and things that's going to be done is going to be done in plain sight. It's going to be done in your home. You won't even probably know about it. It's going to be low key. There's always been this energy of me having to be some kind of way. This is the type of energy, you know what I'm saying, where as long as you just like sitting around with kids around you and everything like this, you know, they might be upset about, you know, the mess or whatever, but they okay. Once you stand up, clean yourself up and do these things, and you mean for you get yourself up, wipe yourself up, heal yourself again, because that's what I always have to do. Okay. You know, you on a journey, you feeling good and everything, and then you looking to put your hand out for that person to, you know, not lift you up. You don't need them to make you happy. You don't need this and that. But I've always noticed this characteristic. I get myself to a point where now I do need that person that I want to hold that hand with that could take me, because I look at you like that. I look up to you like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a tough cookie, but again, I'm still really sensitive. You see what I'm saying? It's just because I'm a fighter for freedom, I guess, or something like it, you know? And so it's like, yeah, I can give myself, but then I need that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's an enjoyment for somebody to see you go back down because you actually looking around and you feel like you couldn't go nowhere and you felt stuck or whatever. It's no more, but I'm just saying. You know? And it's like this person enjoys seeing you because they get mad and jealous when you find something out, you crack a code or something. They can't be happy for you. They just always got this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, oh, well, they just don't like the Bible, or they don't like, you know, but no, motherfucker, you don't like me. See, you don't like me. You love me. You know you have a trophy. You know you got something. You don't want nobody else to have it. But what is this? Because I don't think I'm dealing within the past 30 years, 33, 30 something years of this relationship. Well, damn. Yeah, probably about that long. Huh. It just feels like this person is trying to take a stretch. And it's something that's not right in front of your face. You can't, like, the evidence and proof is not there, but it's just a sense it's just a sense of knowing. Somebody want to end you, man. They can't wait to start spending the money that they stole from you. They want to end you. They don't want you being smart. They'd rather have somebody that just want Gucci bags and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? They don't want the beauty in the brains. Not really. And if they do want it, they don't want it to be next to them where a motherfucker might say, hey, wait a minute. See, this person has something too. No, these are people that want to be the center of attention. This the person that know that you had dreams when you was young and you talk to them about doing these dreams together and you want to do them together. They'll abandon you and leave you, right? Or with a replacement possibly. Go off and go to the top levels, right? Do all these things, doing these are things that you wanted to inspire with them, but because they didn't want you to have it too, they went off on the journey and did the shit they self. You see what I'm saying? Left you in a position where you didn't even realize half of your soul been missing, got you in a low fucking place, been watching you all this fucking time, you know what I'm saying, in order to sabotage your chance because they already knew what your fucking birthright was, but they wanted it. And possibly not even with your motherfucking ass. Not because they prefer this or that, because they already have witnessed your shine. Where the fuck did they get theirs from? You see what I'm saying? And so this is what we're talking about here. Some old otherworldly shit. And then come back and get mad at what you find when you left somebody else in your fucking place to watch over. And that's what I'm saying about the biblical text. Why was these people leaving their women with somebody else and all this other shit? You know, it just make you wonder. What the fuck did you think was going to happen? But let's not forget that these energies we're dealing with, these nymph energies, have been all around the world wishing they can fuck every girl. So what are we talking about? You didn't even know you was connected to some of these energies. You didn't even know who you was looking at. Now I'm looking at high school pictures and looking at motherfuckers on TV like, what the fuck is going on? It's like everybody, it's like, where are your friends? Where is everybody at? Why the fuck am I still sitting here? I'm the star of the show. What the fuck is going on? These is all people that always, oh, your relationship, oh, your man, girl, he a good man. Oh, I wish I had a man. You see what I'm saying? These the women that they got spying on somebody like the Empress, right? Pillow talking with these people about the Empress. They watching the Empress all day to see what she don't do so they can make sure they do it real good when he come by them. Because they don't mind sharing the motherfucker. I think there's limits to that. I don't want to share no motherfucker. I got to share with every bitch in the world. Oh, hell no. But that'd be difficult. Because I don't want to end up, right? Because now I value myself. There's no more going back to that. I don't need you to take my fucking hand no more. I got my motherfucking self. I'll give myself my flowers. I will fucking take the championship. I don't want your fucking hand no more. And once I'm able to step the fuck off this pedestal, and this is why they've been fucking with my finances and my business, act like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing around here, but they've been messing with the algorithm and blocking sales and shit on my platforms. All the while, they growing these bitches all around me. They want me to see it too. They want me to see that this is what they doing. Because they thought it could put a dent. They thought it could even put a little dent in my fucking self-esteem. And you fucking, I woke up, I said, what is wrong with you? You're not, they saying cold heart and all this stuff. No. That's somebody that's fucking focused. You understand what I'm saying? Loving as hard as I do is the reason why I'm able to stand here knowing these motherfuckers know exactly where the fuck I am. Knowing they got me locked in at 1,000 subscribers. And not giving a fuck and still delivering this message with you today. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Something is going, whether it is an earthly master, husband, overseer, president, governor. I'm saying it's in layers here. So I don't know exactly and how many and who's in cahoots with whatever, but there's something else. Whether these people are setting all this shit up behind the scene because they plan on dismasking and leaving me out in the cold, making me work at McDonald's, leaving me pregnant with some shit, a rape or something. I don't feel like there's a setup. Something is getting set up right now to try to take down the most powerful woman in the world. May not be the most wealthy yet, but the most powerful, because that ain't got shit to do with wealth. The most abundant, the Empress. What are they up to? It's almost like I know these children now. Something gave me a 2-year, they done had a 20-year head start, but something gave me a 2-year head start to get to know and see and read these motherfuckers. All the way from, again, the earth being my fucking footstool and the heaven being my abode. They want to keep me suspended in air, but I'm going to be the fuck up in there. So let's just go ahead and finish seeing what we have on this paper here. Then we're going to look at these cards and we're going to see. See, because they want to write me off as somebody that's insane. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm doing this for, I feel in a righteous manner and for the right reasons. And it is love. Chance after chance after chance, going through this process or whatever, I still love. I still love these people. But it's a sign of weakness to keep on letting people do shit that they've been doing to you, or realizing that something is not coming to you this way. At some point in time, it's not good to stick around and just keep on waiting for some shit. It's to realize it for what the fuck it is and move on. Because I don't know why that Miss Jackson that they just put in place, why she looks so similar to this Miss Janice. And this presence is weighing heavy in the background. Like that's the secret, like that's the secret sauce. But again, as a woman, I can't feel no kind of way because like I said, these women, these 3 women here, these 3 pentacles, right? That these masculines are sitting here making crafty counsel to put over the Empress, okay? The moon in reverse. But the sun is not. The one they probably want to leave out in the cold. The one they want to be broke and shit like Jesus. I feel like there's been some kind of paperwork drafted up. Marriage certificates. Somebody like identity change or something here. Even to make a scapegoat. So if somebody does walk away from a situation, now this is just general. We getting general now, okay? Being seen through my eyes, but it's general. If somebody want to walk away from a location, I mean, from a relationship, they have everything all set up. So they didn't know how to, they sorry, but they didn't know how to get an easy way out. But I feel like we all know the easy way out. At this point, the easy way out is to pay me, motherfucker. Because I know what the fuck you did. Okay? That's one. So I can go in the direction of the real masculine. Right? That's one. This is why people drop people from labels quick and drop people from brands quick. Motherfuckers start dropping motherfuckers when they know they owe some shit. Rather that's respect, publicity, funds, or something the fuck else. Because I feel like I know who Hunter Biden is. There's been a lot of talk about the QAnon energy. And a lot of questions about JFK, I think Jr. maybe? Because I don't know. I feel like some of these people rather worship idols. So God is not jealous. God is not like a man that she should lie. Or lie down on her back and take some shit. No. It's not petty. It's just bringing order to... How else are you going to bring order to the court without hurting a couple fucking feelings? The truth hurts, don't it? I feel like really secretly there's a lot of people in certain industries that are like, please, yes. Because this is about people taking advantage of people. Turning people on or turning people out for gain. Satan, that's the real energy, is somebody seeking to devour. I feel like this does have to do with the King of Wands energy. I feel like there's kind of like this campaign here where people are throwing out little hints of something. How far do I got to go? What I got to do? See, this has all been premeditated. I don't even know if we know some of the shit that we said 10 years ago was going to affect some shit now. Or 2 weeks ago, or whatever it would be. Somebody had to leave here because of what they was doing to me. Or women in general. Now, at some point in time, I feel like, again, some people are borrowing vehicles. And they have been. For a very long time. Some will call it self-sabotage. Or was it? Because even in Lucifer, I think it was Michael, which makes me wonder about Archangel Michael. Kind of like a trickster energy. That was putting all those things in somebody's head in the first place. And Lucifer had to stop and think for a second. But I feel like whatever this is a public display as to what can happen when you don't keep it real. You can't blame the motherfucker for you creating a whole false narrative somebody's whole life, and that's all they have to go by. You can't blame them. That's what I'm saying. It's about keeping it real. It's about taking all the confusion out of conversations and directly facing people like a man. I'm the type of motherfucker, if you don't want to be with me, you want me gone. If you doing this, say it. I'm going to leave eventually when I can. But at the same time, you could just tell me and that'll make it a lot quicker. You see what I'm saying? Other than that, a woman, it's another quote I read the other day. A woman is going to, when a woman walk away or whatever, or when a woman's fed up almost, right? She's okay with that because she done tried and exhausted all the fucking measures that she could before she walked out. With a woman, it take a lot more than that for the move her. See, that's why I feel Adam, or the masculine energy, was the one that was fooled the most. Because it take a more than a one-night stand for a woman to leave her fucking house. She might do whatever. She might be King of Wands energy behind the scenes. You see what I'm saying? But that loyalty and devotion to her fucking family, you mentioned some shit and it's a wrap. You see what I'm saying? She didn't want to do the shit in the first place. It may be you abandoned her either mentally, physically, or emotionally. You abandoned that woman in some way for her to leave and go do any motherfucking thing. But the weakness of men and thinking with that other head will have a one-night stand, tear him away from his whole damn family, his children, be over there making plans for other people's children and shit like this. Making sure they take them out on trips and shit like that and leave their own child abandoned and off to the fucking side. Might even allow for a woman to, you know, have to be having another man to lead her away from the fucking situation. I feel like this Eight of Swords energy, this has been all day. This is what I've been facing all day, every day for the past 20 years, possibly my whole life, but more so heavily for the past 2. When God set me down and said, you know, judgment. And I said, oh, okay. See, I respect you. You here? Okay, I've been calling. You here? Okay. And see, what these people don't realize is they can't find shit on me within this amount of time. So what they want to do is create something. And if they can't create something, I call that out, then they'll get with the people closest to you to get you in a snare. Or preaching Christ crucified, a stumbling block for the Jews. So they want to, it's all about games here. They want to project or something or persuade you to see something some way so that they can get you to say something so they can cancel you. But these is the motherfuckers about to be canceled. You see what I'm saying? Because the first thing where you fucked up is not being straight. Joke's on you. That's what the fuck I came here to do, is bring order. I ain't even specifically worried about well, you the one didn't look up your genealogy. You the one that, I'm not even specifically worried about that shit right now. I'd be rather worried about my people and people in general, my children or whatever, getting that shit. You see what I'm saying? This is something more personal. This is serious here. This is me looking high, sitting high and looking low to make sure everybody's straight before I get mine. Putting her heart on the sleeve or to the side until she makes sure that this harvest or this crop is okay. All the time this crop is festering up the nerves to attack this woman. Her pineal gland is sitting off to the side. You got these tar babies or these whatever, and I don't mean that in the sense of skin color. I'm talking about actual tar, a sticky substance of somebody sticking onto your mind or your thoughts and just, you know, draining you of it. A cash cow. This is money. This is money her motherfucking self. This is abundance herself. Prior to any kind of funding or any kind of financial gain or not. This is it. And I'm wondering if these stars that's on her head are the ones that fell from heaven because something was being exposed. What was being done here? To they fucking mama, that the father kept separate from them all this time as if she was just something off to the side. And this is how they grew up treating other women and other goddesses in the fucking kingdom. And that's a problem for some of these masculines. But mama can't see. I once was blind and now I see. Kundalini outside is being drawn out. They're drawing out, right? This has a lot to do with her flow, or that sacred water. See, a lot of these feminines know where they got that light from, or that illumination, but they bite the fucking hand that feeds them. These are women that let the wand control the narrative for them. They so worried about somebody else getting the wand. I say let the motherfucker go. And if you pick it up again, it's a go. Or no. I've still been planting my own seeds, and I've been waiting for them to grow. I'm patient. Very fucking patient. And I used to didn't be that way. I'm very impulsive when it comes to things that I want. But this time I said, okay, we can wait. So we're dealing with a King of Cups here too. And I feel like these three apples that are showing up in the front, there's one more behind his head. These three apples that's showing up in the front here represent these three feminine energies that are celebrating cheers because of the defeat of the golden apple. The original one. The sword that's with the King of Swords and the Four Swords. The pentacle or the star that King David or the Four of Pentacles is holding against his chest. And it's never going to change. I feel like a lot of this stuff was like this is a mirage card to me. This is a feminine energy coming in to soothe or tame the lion or something like this. But then they're asking who can rile the lion, okay, as well. But this is in reverse. I feel like they're using magic with this here. Manipulation of some sort, okay? As you see, these little two things look like little horns. So it's almost like representing like the tarot community to me. Again, I'm not a tarot reader. I'm a storyteller. I just know that the Torah is in the tarot and the tarot is in the Torah. This is funny. This Two of Wands is just making me think about the fact of somebody trying to uplift this wand as if it's better to present to the world. And it actually looks shorter, and it's only taller because it's being exalted. So this makes me think about idol worship here. So this is funny how I'm looking at this. This is not the better one that they want to present to the world. It's actually this one. This is the support system back here. But this is the one that they... But it looks like this one gets the short end of the stick. Oh, look at that little thing down there. I don't know why that's there, but I'm just saying it just fit. Yeah. Definitely want to keep somebody in the hangman position because this is when they winning. They out there doing whatever and you sitting there pent up. So again, that's another reason why some people may be, immaculate conception, or some people may be getting in that position here because they just don't want nobody else. That lets you know that they can't it's a soul tie there. They can't let you go. These women know that. This is why I said I won't be in the kingdom, me, with what I've gone through personally as the Empress with another bitch over me, because this is what I was warning them of. You can do, if you don't want to take that position next to me, you can go down and do something under me. But you can be with the bitch there. Upon thy belly you go, motherfucker. But at the end of the day, it's not going to budge or move where I'm about to sit. You see what I'm saying? I've been very open about that from the beginning. It's not going to change because the Empress can do it all. She got it all here around her. All she got to do is pull back her fucking power and stand in it. And when she does that, there should be a motherfucker there, okay, that can handle it. Most of these people want they get their hands on it, but wouldn't know what to do with it. Sneaky fucking Pete. This is why a lot of these people is mad, because they can't turn my eye. I have an apple of my eye. Until it's proven to me that this is the person that was hurting me, because I know we're dealing with that caduce energy with two energies going up that damn pole, and I can't tell which one. It's still, they keep playing around, putting both their energies in. Or is it this person or somebody that's, the one that's around me? Or am I dealing with someone that was replaced a long time ago that may be in a position exalted? Doppelganger, clone energy here. Why did I find that death certificate of my husband, supposedly? How long have he been conspiring with these other bitches behind my back? Taking my ideas. We sat there and talked. This is the thing, why I'm saying I've been dealing with these dimensions for a while now. We sat there, and at that time, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be on no farm and all this. But again, a divine masculine, I think, was in the farming, or still is, or maybe has something to do with a farm. Okay. And then this person connected to another bitch that went somewhere else and went and got whatever she got and went and started a farm. Now the soulmate sitting next to me watching shit, first about mansions and shit, and then all of a sudden he goes to start watching stuff about farming. What is going on here? Because I got the books of alpacas and shit up in here, and I did the research and things about how to grow chickens. I mean, to how to raise chickens and stuff. And this is the things that I wanted to do. So you not only you gonna go and fuck all my friends, you know what I'm saying, or every girl in the world, but you gonna give them access to my dome with this Queen of Cups energy. This is a personal fucking story here. You gonna give them access to my dome? And when I get on to what you're doing, you want to try to scream mental illness? See, and that's what I'm saying. I'm picking up on energy from all these beings from the other side. This is something different that's happening here. We called out when they tried to sneak that code back in the state of Wisconsin of mental illness. Some people having to go, and it was around the time they were trying to manipulate people to make sure that their children get the antidote. Or they would go to jail and all this other shit, right? Again, it's all alleged. See, this is all projection also. I'm just saying, okay? And so we looked into it. Again, I had already looked into that whole thing because I knew it was a witch hunt. But it's crazy to sit here and think that I'm sitting here telling y'all, and I see family members slowly turning. It's just like they've been bit, or, like it's just this weird shit, all right? I'm just saying, we ain't gonna go too far, but I'm just saying. I see where you come, because that's how I've been made. Damn it. I see what you see. I can't see the proof. I can't put my finger on it, but I know. And they know that it's going to be hard for you to explain that you know this to somebody, but there are small clues and things that have been dropped along the way. Now, don't get me wrong. And then this is the person that's going to reign over me with a bitch that don't like me, that's attacked, that has used the court system to attack or harm my fucking grandchild? And you want me to take the back seat, be comfortable with that, and sit there and take that? Oh, it will be a situation. They could tell whoever fuck they want. It will be the way I'm feeling is the reason why they would have, if they got that bitch somewhere around the White House or wherever the fuck she might be, or they might be. This is why they would have to call in the military. You understand what I'm saying? See, because they take advantage. They know where I am, but I don't know where the fuck they are. They're watching what's going on my every move all day, but I'm not able to see what the fuck they're doing. But I know that they're using temperance, okay? Because I deal with inner fucking alchemy. Again, it comes with the territory. It comes with the fucking surname. I do think right now this is that energy of me putting Sekhmet back on the map and them trying to give her this brew. But she is the brew ton. She's the brew by the fucking ton. She is it. So I'm going to teach you a lesson with the same shit you try. That's that trickster energy. I will teach you a fucking lesson with it. And how you should never fucking try to play with me again. They got to go in a laboratory with Dr. Fauci to do this. Some of our bodies heal themselves. Or we got help that come in service. The point of it all is this administration is being very unfair for some reason. So even if we're looking over here at this, we're looking over here at that, something is messed up about the way that we're perceiving this here. Where Americans are being breadcrumbed with the truth when it comes to having access to their finances or social media platform or whatever the fuck it might be with them. While things are being balanced out and these people from across the waters, or again, illegal immigrants, are being set up. They're given fair and balanced treatment in America. So that lets you know that this is not fucking America anymore. And I think that Trump says something about it being a third world country. And then also there's this energy, I'm going back into the whistleblowing days of Sharia law being brought to the Americas. And I say, I think the fuck not. This is the reason why I'm telling you there's a hovering energy of a Moorish Islamic energy here. Of a misogynistic energy here. Also an energy of captive, because that is all throughout the biblical text too. I can pick up on when we're using whichever one it is in the text. When it's leaning more towards, Islamic factors, because it is in there. The Torah and the Bible is not that much different, okay? But it's I can pick up on when we're dealing with more Islamic energy in the Christian Bible. I'm just telling you that. Got this 9 of Pentacles here. This is that Saki energy. I think she's being under attack, but it's almost like they want to mirror that energy to me. They want, now that she's under attack, but I feel like I'm one of the people that's exposing what's going on here, along with other people. Right? That it seems like we're not getting straight. But it's, again, is this all an act? And if so, we're just talking. We're just gossiping then. Right? We're just asking questions and we're gossiping. This is also the energy, I feel like, of this person sending out her bird, which may represent a masculine or a feminine energy that might be in my energy, to see what's going on here. Because, again, these are the people that are reaping in benefits from your failure. That's why they don't know what to say. That's why they don't know what to do. That's why they, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like how they had to get rid of the one girl on Scandal and put Olivia Pope in as the speaker. But that's what I'm not having. I want it all. Because the thing is, with the masculine energy or the main masculine energy, this is just to make society, you see, defeating. See, this is why the woman, she don't give a fuck. It's not that she can't be subdued. It's what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. So she wanted it all back. If this person was not deceiving, if this person is on the other end, like I think that they are, saying, damn, I wish I didn't have to wait, or damn, I wish I didn't mess that up. What can I do? Because I feel like the person is on a defense mode. To the public and to their friends, they might be like, fuck. But really, you see what I'm saying? They might have to be like that because now they had to make some arrangements. It's not, they had to make arrangements with somebody that appeared to be more something on the surface. So, yeah. I'm not mean. I keep it real. Nobody's saying how mean it was for these people to record me secretly. Nobody's saying how mean it was for these people to shut me down or to try to cut me out of my own fucking community that I helped bring up from the fucking ground. Nobody said nothing, no, about my information that this motherfucker is biting off. No. Hey, If the masculine really loves somebody and want to go that way, let a motherfucker know. And then I'll set up. That's what you could pay. Pay me my fucking respect. And just say it. So this may be a son or a descendant or another energy that is supposed to be, you know, intertwined with the bloodline that may be here in this reference here, trying to fight back this. And he might feel like he's alone. And I'm giving too much time to the motherfucker that he's saying, can't you see he playing you, right? Over and over again. That dude that's with you, he don't love you. But it's hard when you dealing with interdimensional, as above, so below, when you're dealing with a motherfucker. Do you see what I'm saying here? Replica energy and shit like that. I'm just now coming into it. So now that I'm coming into it, I'm saying things, they might say, oh, this person was in cahoots. No, I just have been given a second sight where I can see through. It's something that the gods had blessed me with because they knew that I was going to have to deal with these types of people in this particular time. This person is fighting back. But he feels like he's by his, and I don't know why I'm getting metal energy here, but it feels like he's by himself here, okay? And we have the World card because this is the apple of God's eye. Now, it's making me think that the original God is not, you know, the one that knew this energy is not there. So what that person want to do is take this person out. He was about to do something different. He was going to exalt her. He was going to bless her. He was going to leave her with something. But what happened is the new one came in and started to strip or etch out or scratch out or whatever the hell it was, right? Rather, he got him kicked out, you know what I'm saying, because he was jealous or he didn't want this agenda. He wanted to kill these certain people and somebody didn't want to kill some other people. Something, you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm seeing here, okay? It was just about so this is somebody that waits until somebody else does all the work. Just like some of these people that I've named here. They wait until somebody else do the work and then they find a way with law or something, right? Because they jealous or they mad or they hateful, and they'll look at you when you going through a hard time and say, look at that person, they cold-hearted. Bitch, you've been watching me for 30 years. You know it ain't true. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is what they do. Your own motherfucking so-called people. So, but this is a forever thing. It's a fucking forever thing. So that's not going to change. No matter all this shit can change around it, but this will not. What chapter, what verse is that in the Bible? I don't know. Y'all can write it down below. Everything else is going to change, but this will not. Not this time. I'll be back.